Everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and it's that time again. It is May 2018's Life, Love, and Abundance readings for all 12 astrological signs. So, it's one of my favorite things to do because I've been doing it for a while, and if I stop doing it, that means it's no longer my favorite thing to do. But I just wanted to do my usual intro and also to say that, hey, if you happen to be watching this video and it's not May, that's okay. This sign could be applicable to the time period that you are watching it. And also, I am going to be incorporating a new deck to you all, but not to me. It is the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. I decided to use that in lieu of tarot. So this month it's primarily going to be an oracle reading, unless I am called to pull out some tarot, probably for the love portion of the reading. I could see me possibly needing to consult the tarot, but I haven't decided yet. The reason I'm using the Mildred Payne is a lot of people have been curious about this deck and they want to see it in action, work in action, if you will. It's one of my favorite decks, and it also acts like a tarot in the way that it answers questions. And it's really accurate, and I love it to pieces. So that's what we're going to be doing this month. It'll probably change again like it always does because I've got a few decks and I like to play with them all from time to time. So yeah, there you go. And then also just to say as a quick reminder that this is a general reading, so not all questions can be answered in a general reading and not everything can be covered. I try to keep it as expansive but as detailed in the readings as I possibly can. But if you find that you have more questions that you'd like to get answered, book a reading with me. You can go to abundantlifetarot.com for my reading options. I have several that you can choose from. Or you can go to my Etsy store. Abundant Life Shop is my Etsy store. And there's some reading options there as well. I offer live readings. I do, but they have to be scheduled in advance. I do offer video on demands, which is my most popular way of giving the readings, is sending a video link to you, because then you can watch it anytime. You just send me your questions and then I run the tarot and record the video and I email it to you. Or we could find another format that may work best for you. Maybe chat or maybe text. I don't know. I'm open and flexible with that. But yeah, check it out. If you've never did a reading before, it is quite an experience that you should not deny yourself. So definitely check me out if you are needing something more in depth than your monthly astro reading. So that's the little shameless plug that I'm plugging in. But otherwise, just sit back, my beautiful friends. Sit back, enjoy, get your favorite beverage on, and let's get started. Let's dive right on in. Happy May 2018, or whenever you're watching this. And thanks so much for watching. Hello, Capricorns. We are doing your May Life and Love reading for May. Did I say May already? Or for the month that you're watching this. I have combined the first and second edition Dear Heart Oracle to make one deck. We are looking now at Capricorn's overall overarching energies for the month of May. What will they be working through? Okay. We have balance, mystery, and wounded. So in the month of May, there is a need to get some balance in your life. Perhaps you've been working too hard and holding on to too much control and not really surrendering to the mystery of just sometimes not knowing what's planned or what's next, just kind of relaxing and really dealing with the wounds that's been going on. I don't know if you've been dealing with some current wounds that have been coming up in the love life, or if this is really pertaining for some of you to past wounds that you are continuously dealing with in the present. But for the month of May, there's going to be a need for more balance in your life, a need to surrender to more mystery in your life, not always being in control and not always having to know everything, and to deal with the wounds that have been kind of haunting you for a while. So that's what's going on in the energies here. Then we're going to take a look at the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. We're going to do a 3-row reading with 3 to 5 cards per row. The first question we're going to ask is, what do we need to confront as Capricorns in the month of May? What will Capricorns be facing in the month of May? What will they be confronting? Okay, that's good for the most part. All right, what tools can Capricorns use in the month of May to navigate on their journey? What tools? Wow. Interesting. Okay, and then what will happen in the month of May? What's the outcome cards for Capricorns in the month of May in life and love? Wow, nice. All right. Love the little Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. It's such a great deck here. Okay, so the first card that we have that comes up is the Sun card. What you're confronting and what you're facing and what you're dealing with is a positive card. It's 15, which is the life card, the life force card, the powerful card, energy, mental clarity, friendships are on point in May. Maybe you're celebrating friends' birthdays, or perhaps you are just celebrating your life. You're going on dates. Things are just really shining bright. But underneath that, and it's also in the tools row, but underneath that we have 13, which is skull, the death card, thoughts of feelings of mortality, change, end of cycle. So underneath that happiness, there's almost a sense for right now for you of grief. Maybe there's something coming up in your family life. Maybe a family member has passed on or is about to pass on, and you're having to deal with that. With the skull card, there's a lot of change. There's an ending of the cycle. Maybe you're wounded from something like that, but it's not necessarily stopping your shine or your happiness, but it's underneath the surface, and it's in the tool position, which means you're going to need to work on those wounds and be okay with it, surrendering to it, allowing the emotions to be what they need to be. The 8 card is the blood card. This card is about life, vitality, sacrifice, heritage, and ancestry. So you will definitely, in the month of May, be maybe spending time with family, your blood relatives, and that's causing some good times for you. There's also maybe literally some of you looking at your ancestry. You're looking back at your roots this month, and you're doing some research there, which is interesting, quite interesting, I would say. And then 25, we have stick card. The stick card is about branching out on your own for some of you. Some of you, this may represent a position of power. It could also represent abuse even that could have been happening. Perhaps this is dealing with, this is what you're confronting this month. Some past wounds, or even for some of you, current wounds, where it's causing you some physical or emotional pain and strife. And now it's time to really deal with that. So that way your sunshine is not on top of pain and, fear. And then finally we have the 40 card. This is our lovely chalice cup, which is also a cup, I should say. It's a chalice or cup. And it means that there's abundance coming to you. This is a time for celebration. Dreams or aspirations yet to be achieved. Dreams or aspirations yet to be achieved, Capricorn, means that you need to spend some time getting clear on what it is you're trying to achieve. What are your dreams? And then to know that, they may yet to be achieved, but they can be achieved. In the month of May, you've got some tools going on here. Like I said before, this was below the Sun card, which tells me that there's some things going on here that is below the surface of your happiness. You may be having a good run of abundance right now in terms of financial stability. You may be doing well on that front, but emotionally, there's some things lurking there that need to be dealt with. And the 13 card, it does mean that there is a change and an end of a cycle. So just recognize that a tool in this is that all of this can come to an end. Part of it's your choice, and part of it is just time healing these wounds. 35 is the rat card. The rat stands for a traitor or untrustworthy person or disease. Some of you in the month of May will be catching, a pretty gnarly illness. That's going to be kind of difficult to deal with, but it is cleansing. That could be also for some of you, the wound connection. Perhaps maybe it's not even physical abuse per se going on, but it is maybe an illness that you're dealing with as well. This also could be dealing with relatives who may have betrayed you in the past, or may will betray you in the near future. This is below the blood card, which deals with families, blood relatives. There's a traitor amongst your family that you're going to have to deal with, and you're going to have to address. And if this is dealing with disease, you're just going to have to go and allow it to unfold and to clear up on its own and do what it needs to do. Then we have the 7 card, which is the tooth card. It says losing something considered permanent, a difficult separation, and again, illness. This is amplified here, meaning that because these 2 cards are like illness related, for sure I get a sense, and then you have the storm card. I get a sense that you will be definitely facing some illness, whether it's mental illness or actual physical illness. in the month of May. But understand that with illness comes an ending of it, and then a new beginning of health and well-being and feeling whole again. So yeah, there may be, the tool here is to recognize that you're going through something tough and challenging, but that there is an end in sight that is coming through. And that's important to know. And then you have the Storm card, 16. It does speak of turbulent times, danger, troubled emotions. Again, that wounded card. Maybe being sick also kind of conjures up times when you felt neglected and not taken care of. And so that kind of triggers some things for you. So you're going to have some rocky emotions. Just be patient with yourself, I get a sense. That's the major tool here. Be patient, be compassionate. Give yourself time to sleep, time to eat chicken noodle soup. Be able to just nurture yourself as best as you possibly can next month. And then we have the outcome cards. We have 22 for Cat. 22 for Cat is about resurrection. Someone coming back up into your life. For the single folks, there could be someone coming into your life that, you used to hang out with. Now this person wants to date you. This person is very independent. You're kind of surprised they're even coming back around. It's kind of the energy I get about the situation. Also with the Cat, sometimes it can portend misfortune. But that's just for our mind, like a small view of you, I should say, where you may fall in some bad luck times. I would say that the bad luck times are dealing with the emotional wounds and dealing with the physical illness. That's probably the misfortune that this piece of this card is speaking of. And then finally with the Cat card, intuition. As a result of all of this, and whenever our bodies go through something major, like a major illness, even a major, horrifying cold, that can increase our intuition because we'll now have a heightened sense of knowing next time when we're getting ill, what that will feel like. And we will intuitively know our intuitive powers are growing. You are growing as a result of dealing with trying to add more balance. The reason why you're getting ill and sick is because there is lack of balance in your life, and you need to right that and bring more balance into your life, okay? Then we have the 29 card, the Moth card. This tells me that there is transformation coming, in the fold for you. This is beautiful because the transformation could not come at a better time when you're dealing with some wounds, but recognizing, let's put an end to that. Let's have a ceremony to put the wounds to an end, and let's transform from this. And I know you're going to transform and that you're going to have a beautiful transformation because the card next to it is the Star card, is the Hope card. Hope, when we're talking about the Star card, a sudden sense of clarity and vision when we're talking about the Star card, and we're talking about inspiration, having inspiration in your life. And with the Moth card, being hopelessly attracted to something, a clingy person. Some of you are going to be dealing with someone who's super clingy to you and is kind of depressing you, while others of you will be the one that's being clingy to someone or something. Back off. And if it's someone being clingy to you, be firm but gentle and let them know, and bring balance to that situation so it doesn't become a stalking situation. Be firm but gentle and say, you know what, I'm not interested. I don't want this to move forward. Let's just be friends, etc., etc. With the 29 card, it also deals, like I said, with a clingy person and being hopelessly attracted to something. But I also get a stronger sense that for the vast majority of you, this is dealing with you having a sense of transformation after going through all that you go through. And in the end, you're going to be able to have the wisdom to surrender to the mysteries of life. Sometimes you just don't know if you'll be well or, not well, but you're going to push through anyway. You're going to be inspired to do some stuff and start some stuff anyway. You've got 41 fish. The fish card for many of you could, not many of you, but a good chunk of you could represent pregnancy of a baby, pregnancy of a new idea of birthing, of having hope, of finally starting out on a venture. You're seeing some of your friends starting out on their ventures, and you're realizing you have dreams too, that it finally will be birth, finally will come, you will be pregnant with that idea. Unconscious thoughts, good fortune. In the beginning of the month, you're dealing with a lot, beginning and middle part, misfortune, but by the end, you're going to be dealing with good fortune here with the 41 card, with the fish card. For some of you, because it is below the storm card, the emotions card, the stormy emotions, you may be suspicious of this good fortune that's coming, but I'm here to tell you that you do not need to be suspicious. This is a good thing that's coming, and it's going to make way for probably a beautiful June if all goes well. But that's what you're working with. Not too much information on the love front other than, there's hope of things to blossom and grow. Some of you will be welcoming a new baby. Some of you will be getting married because, again, the fish card is about birthing something, birthing a new relationship. A birth of a baby is the birthing of a new relationship. And also getting married is too. But it could be a host of other things that you are birthing and carrying for gestation until it grows, until it's ready to come off into the world. So that is it, my lovely Capricorns. It is very late here. I am very tired, but I wanted to push through and get this reading done for you. It's been a pleasure. Much love and many blessings. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, Aquarians. We are going to do your May Life and Love reading with the Dear Heart Oracle and the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. I've combined the first and second edition of the Dear Heart Oracle to make one deck, just in case you're wondering why it looks a little different. And we are doing something different this time around. We're kind of scaling it back a little, using a couple of Oracle decks this month. And I'm going to be trying out different decks as I'm called to each month, and doing different types of reading. Maybe one month it might be love. The next month it might be a focus on abundance. So it's all flowing in a work in progress. All right, here we go. All right, Spirit, for the month of May, what are the energies, the overall overarching energies that Aquarians will be working through and working with in May? Okay. So we have inner light and conflict. So there's I get a sense that although there may be conflicts going on in your life, there's also some inner light that's just waiting to be birthed through you. And perhaps it may take some conflict that maybe you're having with family or a loved one, or with, at work or what have you. But nevertheless, your inner light is going to shine through. So it's like the energies that you're going to be witnessing and kind of dealing and seeing is your inner light as well as witnessing other people's inner light shining through in the month of May, and dealing with inner and outer conflicts in the month of May. So we'll look more into that with the Mildred Payne. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a 3-row reading with the rows having anywhere from 3 to 5 cards per row. And the first question we're going to ask is, what do we need to confront, or what do Aquarians need to confront in the month of May, or what will they be witnessing, or what's going on that they'll be confronting and facing in the month of May? Okay. All right, so I wasn't wanting it to be massively long, but of course, here we are. All right, so next row is, what tools can we use? What tools can Aquarians use to navigate the month of May with? What can they use? What can Aquarians use to help them navigate what they'll be navigating in the month of May? Okay. All right. And finally, what will happen in the month of May for Aquarians in life and love? What will be the overall outcomes throughout the month of May, revealed in the last row of cards for Aquarians? That's too many speaking at once for Aquarians. What's the outcome cards? All right. Any more messages? 3. Oh, okay. We'll stop there. All right. So, right on the outset, we have, and it's interesting, the conflict card with the Hag card comes up. So we'll see what that's about. The Star card, though, is the Hope card. With the Star card, it's a sudden sense of clarity and vision and inspiration. Inner light shining through, inspiration shining through. So in the month of May, your creative juices are going to be flowing. You're going to be hopeful that the things that you've been working on and creating are now starting to really take off. And you are now being inspired by what's going on, and your inner light is shining through, which is such a beautiful thing. And then we have the Umbrella card. The Umbrella card here is 46, and it is about protection from something beyond your control. It is about taking sanctuary or having sanctuary from something that's been going on. And it could be a signal of a bad omen. Now, in terms of the Hope card, it is on top of the Coin card. So this is also telling me that you're going to have some good luck in terms of money. some clarity of thought, some being able to budget. That's a tool that's going to play nicely with your hope card. In terms of the umbrella card, below it is the stump card. And with the stump card, this is about something ending prematurely. Okay, so this is also about setting up some boundaries. So perhaps the umbrella is you setting some boundaries at work, setting some boundaries with coworkers, setting boundaries with your boss or with a loved one, a partner, and it's, protecting you or shielding you from their angst or their issues. So there's going to be a sense of that going on in the month of May for you Aquarians. And then with the 42, we have the cauldron. This is about fertility. Again, this is about a time of you manifesting and creating something and it finally now cooking and boiling and ready to be served to the world. It's about magical combinations, experimentations that you're trying with your life, with your business, with your work life, with your love life. This also could be for some of you getting news of pregnancies, as it is a fertile time for you. If you are trying to get pregnant, this is a good time. May will be a very heightened time for you to attempt to get pregnant. So I get a sense though, because the bee is below the cauldron. This is, and the bee represents hard work and productivity. It represents taking actions on projects. I get a sense that this is a fertility of projects finally coming to fruition for you in the month of April. You're, going to be, rewarded with the manifestation of it finally starting to show signs of being born. Then we have the Hag card. The Hag card is about facing your fears. It's about your nightmares revealed and coming to you. It's also about bizarre and malicious encounters. So because it's near the factory, and the factory card is about maybe the workhouse. It's about hard work and being industrious. I get a sense that maybe you're having to deal with some hag energy at work and it's kind of taxing on you. It may not even really involve you. You could just be bearing witness to it. This also could be in terms of your business, if you're running a business. This could be a relative that's just kind of bringing everyone down. Like maybe you all have been planning a family function and this particular person is kind of bringing the energy down. They're just kind of nightmares to deal with. It's not a pleasant experience. And you're finding yourself having to deal with this person in the month of May. Finally, the hard work factory card comes up. You are industrious and really hardworking this month. Whereas maybe in the last couple of months, you've been really just living life, kind of letting your chores slide. You find yourself in May really pushing through and getting chores done, errands accomplished, things checked off your checklist. So that's going to feel really good for you towards the middle to end of the month of May. And tools that you will have at your fingertips in the month of May is coin 50. The 50 card here is about wealth, prosperity, gaining a better position in life. And so you will have some money coming in that's going to help you with your business endeavors or your projects that you're trying to get off the ground. Maybe unexpected windfalls of money. So just use it wisely. This card is just telling you you will get money coming in, but budget and balance your checkbook and make sure that you stay on top of that, because the money is a tool for you to be able to complete the projects that you're trying to complete. In terms of number 60, the stump card, like we mentioned before, it's about something ending prematurely. It's also about some resistance, may indicate the need to extract yourself from a certain situation. So like I said, a protection. It may be a conflict that's kind of involving you, but kind of not involving you. And you need to extract yourself from it, is what Spirit is telling me to tell you. I don't know in the month of May where this situation will come up for you, Aquarians, but when it comes up, just know that you just need to remove yourself from the situation and set up some healthy boundaries surrounding the situation, whether it's with a partner, whether it's with a coworker or a friend. Just, just be ready for that. 54 is B, hard work and productivity. You're going to be finding that you want to do the hard work. You want to put in the work to maybe work on your home or work on your business or work on your relationship. You are the one making it happen this month. You are the yang energy, Aquarians. So go with it, ride it while you have the energy, because you know, and I know, that energy will wane and you're not going to always want to do it. You're going to want to be living in your head again. So while you're feeling very earthy and down to earth, in our Taurus time, go on and get that work done and you'll feel really accomplished for it. 25 is the stick card. This is branching out on your own. Some of you may be starting out, expanding your hobby into an actual business, maybe ending your employment and then starting a business. Some of you may be divorcing, breaking up, and branching out on your own. This could represent either someone being kind of abusive in terms of representing an abuse of power, or it could represent you being subjected to that. So as far as a tool goes, branch out on your own. Do not subject yourself to dealing with other people's crap and their abuses of power. Even if it's a boss, you can still kind of pull yourself back from the situation and just set up an invisible wall and close yourself off to it and no longer take on that energy. Okay. As an outcome for you, Aquarians, in the month of May, 11 for heart comes up. Strong emotions are going to be coming up for you this month. Because of the conflict, because of everything going on in the energetic, world around us, and just everything that's going on, you're going to have strong emotions. So be prepared for that. It's not a bad thing. Just go with it and just kind of surrender to it. But on the other hand, this also represents there's going to be some affection, love, and compassion on your part to your partner or a potential partner for some of you who are having budding romances. For others, there will be flirtations happenings, and it will be easy for you in the month of May. And then we have 55 for pipe. Peaceful outcomes, tranquility and contentment, all the comforts of home and spirituality. So all that hard work in the month of May, and towards the end of the month, you will feel tranquility, feel peace, feel accomplished at getting all the tasks that you needed to get done. Maybe it was getting car work done, getting maintenance work done. You'll get it done. And so you're going to be able to sit back and relax and really enjoy the end of May as you enter into June. 18 is about water, which is generally about emotions, about purity, about changes that you've been making in terms of how you respond emotionally to situations. It's about how you've been paying attention to your subconscious thoughts, Aquarians, recognizing that when you harbor negative thoughts, that manifests into negative outcomes. So you've been checking yourself and making the changes that you need to. You've been dealing with some different kind of feelings and emotions throughout the whole month, but you're allowing it to happen. You're going with the flow, and it's working out well. It will work out well for you. And then finally, we have the Bell card. The Bell card is about an awakening. And it's also about the beginning or end of some important event and material gain. So the beginning or ending of some important event, where it could be maybe a work situation is coming to an end, or maybe a relationship is coming to an end, or perhaps it's just, you know, some people who are pregnant are finally giving birth at the end of the month, or, you know, throughout the month of May. But, you know, the bell tolls and it signals either the beginning of something or the ending of something. And so you're in that cycle right now, and it's a beautiful time, and you're riding that wave easily in May. But I know this because there's the water card. There's no resistance here. Lower your resistance is what the stump card is saying. You know, set boundaries, but don't build up such a resistance that you can't also go with the flow when you need to, and have a little fun and relaxation, so that your inner light shines through, so that your passions and things that you're pursuing can blossom in an easier way than through you being tense and stressed out. So it's a beautiful time for you, Aquarians, in the month of May. I'm very excited for you. Yeah, you're going to be dealing with some conflicts, but with all conflicts is usually something on the other side that makes it worthwhile. You know, we may not know what that is yet, but it'll be revealed to you in time. All right, my dears. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Many blessings to you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye. Hello, Pisces. We are doing your May Life and Love reading, and we are using the Dear Heart Oracle 1st and 2nd edition, as well as the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. We are not doing tarot this month. We are just doing Oracle. Spirit, please give us Pisces forecast for the energies in the month of May that they will be facing and working through. Give us a couple of cards, please. Oh, that's too many. I think we'll just stop there. We have intuition and growth. In the month of May, Pisces, you're going to be following your intuition, really having moments where you're really connecting with your intuition, things that'll be like happening that happen as a result of you following your intuition and you getting that affirmation that, wow, you're on the mark as in terms of your connection to your inner self and your higher being. And as a result of that, there is growth from that. There is some things moving and growing and shifting because you are now having a heightened sense of awareness to your intuition and really following your heart, really stepping into, you know, your power. And it, as a result, growing. Things are blossoming up in your life. Things are growing and taking root and informing and moving out and upward in your world. Let's take a look at the Mildred Payne's Secret Pocket Oracle for some guidance on the month of May for life and love for Pisces. And we're going to do a 3-card or 3-row reading with anywhere from 3 to 5 cards per row. The first question we're going to ask is, what do Pisces need to confront in the month of May, or what will they be bearing witness to in the month of May? What's going on in the month of May for Pisces? Okay. Next, we're going to ask, what tools can Pisces use in the month of May to navigate and move forward in their life? What tools can Pisces use, or what will they have at their disposal in the month of May to help them on their journey? I only do jumping cards, so that's why it takes a while. Okay. And what is the outcome cards, or what will happen throughout the month of May as the outcome cards for Pisces in love and life? Any other messages, Spirit, for Pisces? Let's this up a little bit. Okay, well, let's see. We'll get one more. Any more messages, Spirit? Yes. Okay, nice. All right, so Antidote card is lovely. Antidote is a welcomed remedy to a toxic problem in the month of May. So towards like the beginning and middle part of May, there's going to be like something like a remedy that is coming to a situation that may have arose between you and a loved one, you and a sibling. And it's going to be like a welcomed gift to you. Like something of a sign of beauty, something that's connecting you and this other person, or you and these other people together, getting over this toxic situation, which is lovely, right? It's a cure. It's a balancing force against negativity. Probably this is in the position of tools, which is number 16, storm, turbulent times. When it's in this position of tools, it's recognizing that, yes, you have had some turbulent times, recognizing, yes, that there have been times where you felt like you were in danger and you've had troubled emotions, but there's now an antidote, and you are recognizing that, and you are allowing that antidote to come in and help with your turbulent emotions and help with this toxic situation. So that's a blessed thing, because in the past couple of months you've been fretting and worrying about this particular situation, and now May comes with the cure, so to speak. With 59, this is the ribbon card. This is about happy times, festivities going on, lots to celebrate. Perhaps there's a formal occasion coming up for you. It represents, it's really a symbol of hope when you see a ribbon, a symbol of dreams fulfilled, feminine beauty. It's really a card of hope. And because it's above the 12 card of hand, and this is giving and receiving, so perhaps in the month of May you will be receiving a gift, or you may be giving a gift. It could be an exchange of gifts. Maybe someone close to you is having a birthday and you're giving them a gift, or I get a sense you're receiving a gift, something that was unexpected, that comes up in the month of May for you, which is nice. 38 is Bell. This is a toll of change. When you hear the sound of a bell, it signals the ending or the beginning of something, and it heralds in a new time, an awakening, being awakened to something going on, being awakened to maybe, maybe a spiritual awakening for you around a certain situation. You are now not so rigid about the situation. Your awakening is allowing you to soften a bit surrounding the situation, and it's a beautiful thing. And right after that, we have 39, which is broom, and you're getting the situation in order. Domestic duties, it also, for some of you, can represent one-night stands or a lot of sexual encounters, but for the vast majority of you, it's about that situation that's been kind of consuming your psyche for a while, getting that in order, and it's finally going to come to an end in the month of May and kind of resolve. But you have to be in a place to receive that gift of you forgiving, and of you receiving forgiveness, and you giving forgiveness. And then in terms of getting things handled, you are getting things handled in terms of if you are starting out in a new relationship, the relationship is now working because you're really putting forth the effort. In terms of work life, you are being dutiful and getting things accomplished on a day-to-day basis. In terms of, maybe starting out in a business, you're really getting things handled. So it's really a good time for you this month, Pisces. So really appreciate it. Look at these things as a gift, because they are. It really, what's going on and what's happening and what's resolving as a result of you stepping back and listening to your intuition and being guided and moved that way and allowing things to organically grow and do as they need to, is working for you. 16 storm. Let's take a look at 16 storm. We spoke a little bit earlier about it. It represents turbulent times, danger, troubled emotions. This is an invitation to you in terms of a tool, is to manage in the month of May, really work on managing your emotions. There will be things coming up that are turbulent and stirring inside of you and really, thundering and popping off inside. But the growth happens when you're able to take a step back and calm down and allow the storm to kind of pass. And you don't really try to stop the storm. You just kind of allow those energies and to that all that energy that a storm has to dissipate and let it go on, versus trying to be out there stopping the storm. I mean, that's crazy time. That's just crazy time when we try to do that. But that's what we try to do. All of us, we at some point or another try to stop the storm, so to speak. Like, I'm going to stop the storm. No, just let the storm ride through like you have been doing. And it's working. Were you allowing the storm to pass through? And it's going to pass through. And this situation is going to unfold and work out beautifully. You have hand, giving or receiving help, friendliness, using one's skills for a purpose. So this month, you're called to use your skills for a purpose other than maybe making money. Use your skills that you enjoy doing, hobbies that you love doing, do it for free for others for a little bit. Give, help to others, and you will start to receive things. You will start to receive gifts. You will start to receive compensation. It will then start to spawn into perhaps a side business, which could then spawn into a business. That's how these things grow, right? That's how these things grow and manifest. And I know this to be true because we have the fire card, which is next to it. Fire speaks about passions, right? What stirs your soul? What would stir inside your belly, deep inside your belly, right? that you would then want to take that fire and put it through to your fingertips and your hands and then manifest something. And that, what is that? What does that look like to you? Whatever that is, spend some time each day doing it until it's now the full-time thing you're doing. It can start with a spark. We forget that, right? We forget that a fire, a full blazing fire, first has to start with a spark. What is that spark in your life? Think about it. Journal about it. Dream about it. 56, Axe. Axe is about cutting away things. Hard work, though. Hard work at cutting away things. It is about conflicts, sure. It is about disputes. It could be about estrangement for a while. Maybe you have had some estrangement with a certain family member or loved one. It's about cutting something or someone down to size. But then on the other side of all that cutting down between you and this other person or you and these other people, there is progress to be made. I know that to be true because it is underneath the Broom card. The Broom card is about clearing away and cleaning and cleansing and making room for new. And yeah, you guys may cut each other down to size, but at the end of the day, there's going to be progress made and finally overcoming whatever it was that was really kind of bothering you. And this could be in your work life, your family life, or your love life. And then we are looking at the outcome cards. We have here the Octopus card. You're going to be feeling like you're pulled in so many different directions, Pisces, in the month of May. And you will be. Truthfully, you will be. No doubt about it. There's going to be a sense of multitasking all the time. But as a result of being a multitasker, you're also tapping into that high intelligence, that intuition to get it done. And as a result, you're going to grow in terms of growing in your expansiveness on how much you can do in a 24-hour period. How much sleep you can get, how much you can be there for your child, how much you can be there for your job and your passions and your husband or your wife or your lover. You're going to learn to balance, and you're going to, again, things are going to grow and blossom because of you learning that. That's the sense that I get from the octopus. But yes, you're going to feel like you're being pulled in in 8 different directions, but you'll be okay. It's not going to be all bad. You have the Snake card. Snake deals with fears, facing your fears. It could also deal with some sexual fantasies or sexual fantasy frustrations. Time to get maybe, intimate with your toy selections, temptations. Pisces, maybe there's been some old flings potentially coming up on Facebook or on social media. You're wondering if you should follow that temptation. You have to be careful. This person who may be trying to tempt you could be a manipulator, so you want to be careful about that. Whether you are in a relationship or not, be mindful that wherever this temptation is coming from, it is kind of like a brainwashing kind of situation going on. So be careful of that and watch that entanglement. You don't want to get entangled with some mess. Okay, you just don't. So be careful. In terms of just regular life, this could be, getting into some bad business dealings or overspending on something that sounds too good to be true. Or maybe you go to some, friend's party, they're selling something and, you're feeling kind of pressured to buy it. You're feeling entangled, you buy it, and then all of a sudden it's like you're entangled in something. So just be mindful of that energy that's happening in the month of May for you. Finally, we have 47 Candle. Love this card. It's about spiritual enlightenment. It's about hope in life. At the very end of the month of May, you may have had some significant emotional changes and some understanding and following your intuition and navigating some situations and learning how to balance. But all of that has led to some spiritual growth for you. Some spiritual growth, which is really, I think, one of the main reasons we come here is for that expansiveness that we are trying to have in this human experience. And it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's really, you're having hope. So if you are feeling hopeless this month for whatever reason in terms of life, love, just know that there's a lot of hope going on, a lot of beauty happening in your life. So know that on the other side of this, there is hope. There is a chance for love for you. Don't go deep into a love reading. I may be resuming love readings in the future. But in terms of this month, really there is hope in any area that you are really focusing on. But in terms of manifesting a beautiful life, going after something you want to do on your day-to-day work life versus just doing a grind all the time, you're going to be now tapping into what that is and starting to scratch the surface of that and going into a new cycle of pursuing interests that really stir your soul versus just getting a paycheck. So it's a beautiful cycle that you're entering, Pisces. And I just want to thank you so much for watching. Many, many blessings to you this month and beyond. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.